Hello, herd.
Present your ducks.
Are you all well? Are you all safe? Are you all washing your hands and staying inside? I do hope so. Of course, you are watching Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, and I am your DM tonight, DM Gloss and Gadgets, also known as Lilani, also known as the Sphinx Kitten DM. I just decided on that title because I liked it, and you are, of course, watching Goldheart Gaming. It is time, second to last episode, penultimate episode if you want to be fancy, and I'm kind of fancy if you can't tell by the accent. But here we go. Of course, we need to do some quick legalities. It's important to note that while we love everything D&D, we are not affiliated, sponsored by, or specifically approved by Wizards of the Coast LLC. Maybe one day, but who knows? While you are watching, you are accruing stags. At the moment, stags don't do very much, but I'm nearly done with my new tables, and they're going to do a lot very, very soon. We just need to have some private play testing. We'll see what happens. And yes, you may notice that right below me, aside from captions that are probably misinterpreting my every word to say things like threesomes with rats, there is a bar, and that bar we are going to fill. And if we fill it up to 10k bits, we're going to do a very special, almost like a Freaky Friday episode where every show will swap characters. And maybe swap DMs, because I don't want to be left out either. And I only play a character in one of the shows. So we will see what happens when we fill that up, if we fill it up. But the next Friday the 13th will be in November. Maybe it can happen sooner. Maybe it'll happen round about then. But don't sweat it. Is there anything else important for me to tell you? Probably not. So let's do a recap. The last time we played Descent into Avernus, Baldur's Gate. It was quite a while ago because, unfortunately, I had some technical difficulties, which you can see I fixed. So we did a podcast, but I'm not going to talk to you about the podcast. I'm going to talk to you about the game. The party went to the Vanthampur villa. Of course they did. Because it was the place that they were going to investigate. And they did. And the party did what most parties do and probably shouldn't, and that was split up. But the way that they split up was Lozu was left behind in the Vanthampur sitting room, and the rest of the party went marching, literally marching, kicking indoors, literally, not figuratively, looking for the Thirstwell, the son of Lady Vanthampur. And there was a very amusing scene with our Kor'train, who opened every door, going, "Thirstwell!" No, not in here. "Thirstwell!" No, not in here. And we nearly had a Scooby-Doo moment, but we nearly ran out of time. However, our dear, dear, sweet Lozu, who was in the sitting room, just minding their own drink, decided that they were going to stay there, and a secret passageway opened. And there was our dear Lord Master Thirstwell, who invited Lozu into some deep, dank, dark hole. And he accepted the invitation, sent a quick little message to the party, and the party got into a little spat. upstairs with some minor imps. Downstairs, there was something a lot bigger, a lot whippier, a lot flamier, swordier. And that did not go well. However, downstairs, Lucy was having quite a nice conversation with Master Thirstwell, who pretty much revealed had been manipulating everything from his mother's ambitions to the fall of Baldur's Gate for, of course, the Lady Zariel. Lozu saw Lady Vanthampurs prostrated in front of a magnificent altar. Quite, sacrificed, we shall say. Thirstwell offered Lozu an opportunity to be his representative in hell and commune with the Lady Zariel herself. This seemed quite appealing on the surface to our dear Lozu, and asked for a contract. To which Thirstwell pulled out a contract. And Lozu striked with his very fashionable, but not very powerful, tentacle umbrella. It's really just a tentacle rod that has some fabric on it, and Lozu made it into a fancy umbrella, because Lozu's like that. Lozu then took a nice couple of eldritch blasts to the face and fell. Meanwhile, upstairs, the whippier, flamier, swordier creature that our party was fighting was making amusing short work of our party. At first, Kor'train looked like they were handling it, dodging the first move. However, maybe their cockiness got the better of them, because within the second move, they were down. And then Tolan was down. Navarre had gone to find Lozu. Lucretia was holding her own. Raya and Phylex also went down. This small undernote. And as Navarre was exploring down below, a magnificent transformation came upon them, revealing that they were of the Astral Court. Fully revealed in their astral form, anger completely gripping them, looking for their companion Lozu. To which they did not find, but they did overhear a little conversation proving that Lozu was alive. Navarre at this point was invisible and quite stealthy. And as they kind of sat there and waited, Thirstwell's eyes slid over to their direction. A little comment was made. Navarre didn't make any sound, but Thirstwell had already revealed that he has blind sight. Navarre, doing the most appropriate thing, dropped their invisibility. And revealed to everyone that not only are they part of the Astral Court, they're the heir of the Astral Court and surrendered themselves to be a hostage. Thirstwell thought it quite appropriate and accepted such a surrender, locking them up into cells, where eventually Navarre's companions joined them. Meanwhile, on the surface, because Kor'train, who went down and then up and then nearly down again, actually fled, fleeing to go get help from the commander Portia, the daughter of the Grand Duke, who had returned from Chult on hearing the news of her father's disappearance. They were going to make a plan, most likely to siege the battle. Most likely to siege the villa, should I say. Small brain fart. DM brain go brr. And as our party are licking their wounds in their dank little hovel, wondering what their next step shall be, we're actually going to pick up with Kor'train sitting in a library, writing a letter. One moment, please, Kor'train. We have wonderful sound issues. Mic test? Nope. You think stored things, but you didn't. Mic test?
Test.
There we go. Kor'train, please pick up your scene.
Yeah, so in this library, we see it bustling down below, and on the second tier, in a quiet area, kind of hidden away, we see Kor'train. They are at a desk and they are writing a note that we've seen them do before. If you are a Patreon, you know those illustrious notes that Kor'train has been sending out to their friend Lilani. And they furiously dab the ink in, and we see them, but we hear a monologue, and it just says, "This is it. It's all come down to this. All of our correspondence, all of this crap, all of it. It's about to end. Finally. Everything that's going to be happening from now on, you'll need to watch your back. I, of course, have talked to Commander Portia, and we're about to siege the Vanthampurs' horrid estate. Damn that Firstwell. I'll be sure to go to him myself. I'm sure we'll get some kind of regimental instructions, but I'll make sure to guide Portia in a direction, as no one knows that layout better than me right now. I left everyone down there. You know what this means. I'll be seeing you soon. Just try not to die."
And at that same time as you put the full stop on the word die, Lilani walks in, already geared up, having received your message earlier, saying to prepare.
You're here.
Well, you did ask me to come.
Right. I just didn't expect you to be here.
What you up to?
Just writing some notes for Portia. She asked me to put everything down what I witnessed. Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Well, the commander's ready for you, ready to go over the plans.
They go over, and with their one hand, they fold it up and put it in their breast pocket. Hey, I just want to say something. Thank you for everything.
You talk like you're gonna die.
I almost did.
Well, you're where you belong.
Long time coming. Soon you'll be as well. Right along with me.
Come on. Let's be morbid. We're gonna win this one. I've always wanted to smack a Vanthampur about.
Let's burn that place to the ground.
And she leaves.
I put the chair back, look at the desk, breathe in, and walk to go to battle.
More like to the war room, because that's where your friend Lilani leads you.
It's a battle of swords because I'm gonna have to fight for every decision that's gonna be made.
All right. So you're led to quite an impressive looking war room that could probably fit about 100 people in it. Unfortunately, it is only filled by 25. You can see disappointment in the corners of Commander Portia's eyes as she assesses these numbers. A blueprint of the outskirts of the Vanthampurs manor lays rolled out, displayed for all on a table.
Is this all you could get?
Yes, if I had more time, I probably could have gotten more, but time is of the essence. How many did you get?
How many did I get?
Well, you got Lilani.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would you have called upon?
I definitely would have called upon at least like 10 to 15 more people who I would know or worked with.
Okay. I would say roll me a d20.
Yeah. Let's
Because
get
I'm
it going.
Because I'm going to say Lilani has a few friends too.
Yeah. 7.
You got 7 people. 7 people answered your call.
Nice. Under's falling. I don't care. Well, this will have to do, I guess. A small strike team.
Okay, we're going to have to be efficient. So, lay it on us. What can you tell us about the inside?
Well, the inside is somehow controlled magically. Doors can be sealed and locked behind you when you enter. There are fiends in there, hidden, most likely invisible. They have eyes, the birds, I've noticed. They seem to watch, and they've been following me and my companions for a while. It's been suspected. And it's been rumored that Firstwell has eyes in the city. Wouldn't be surprising if it was some hidden people or animals. We lost one of mine in the guest room. It was the greeting room. There's most likely some kind of hidden chamber there. I didn't know where because I was too busy fighting a Balrog.
Leave that to me.
As you say. I think me, you, and the majority of the team should go in, head down into that secret area, fight that Balrog if it's in the way, and try and secure as many as we can. Lilani, you take a small number and head to the opposite side. We should keep them confused.
Definitely. I think we should also have a second splinter team. A fire, an explosion, something. I will go to the main gate. I will draw the most presence, and hopefully I will draw the most force.
No, you should come. You're going to be needed. You should be going to the gates and letting us delve by ourselves. You're supposed to be the commander. The commander stays in front and leads the troops.
That's what I said, Captain. I would stay at the front of the gates and draw the majority of the force, allowing our 2 strike teams to go inside. We will have one that will get in, hopefully get your people, and the other will create some kind of diversion, hopefully giving us at the front some kind of respite.
If you can handle a Balrog, whoever's guarding the people downstairs, it's going to be a lot more. You think they can just defeat whatever's downstairs? The Balrog's just the welcoming party.
Lilani, you're quite light on your feet, aren't you? If I'm not mistaken, before you joined us, you were a thief. She gives a coy smile. What I'm thinking is subterfuge, my dear captain. Someone small, someone quiet, someone light, someone like Lilani. Of course, your friends are in there. Are you not concerned that they will be held hostage? If we can free them, then we can charge in and crush the enemy without restraint. While your friends are captured, they pretty much have a sort of Damocles hanging over us. But it's okay. You are newly promoted. I don't expect you to be that well versed in siege warfare yet.
Give her a glare.
She doesn't even shrug it off.
Fine then. If you wish to be upfront, while the rest and first while escape, then fine. Lilani, be careful.
I don't think Thurswell's going to escape after all. Isn't it Thurswell's after me? I hope to beat them into it, but your friends have to be free first.
Yes. Just be careful, Lilani.
Indeed, be careful. Are we all agreed? She looks around to the various faces of all castes and creeds that make up the diversity of Baldur's Gate and the Flaming Fist. Those that wanted places but had none, and found them in a strange mercenary group that ends up playing the city guard. And as you continue to talk on plans and supplies and dealing with the other nobility, we're going to move our scene to somewhere not quite in Baldur's Gate. In fact, this place is not even on Faerun. No, we go to a land of eternal beauty, ethereal, astral, some might say. We come upon a grand-looking palace, seemingly made out of rock that flashes with fire when it catches the light. We come to a simple and tastefully decorated sitting room where 4 very beautiful eternal creatures stand. One being male, presenting hair like an inky galaxy awashed with pink, blue, and red. He, we will say, for the time being, is sitting in a chair looking both annoyed and also eerily calm, but you can see the irritation forming in their chiseled jaw. He is instead staring at 3 female-presenting individuals. The first, tall, leaf-like, wearing flowy garments and carrying quite a magnificent scepter, whose centre of it seems to be a globe, a planet almost, and moons and asteroids seem to swim around it. The second, fully donned, in armour that seems to sparkle and shimmer, emitting its own light. They have a stern face and are kind of glaring down on this individual. And finally, the last. softer in feature than the other two. Their expression not as harsh or as judging. They too have a staff, but this one seems to have a sun in the middle of it, a great orb that emits a bright light. And instead of asteroids and moons orbiting it, instead several little tiny planets. You can't just leave your child there to rot. Fenwil, I have already told you. The princess is mad and they are no longer held within our appreciation or favour. It is your son. And while you may not want to keep an eye on them, I have been, and I do not like the fact that our pride has been hurt by mere humans. Warlock, devil-worshipping humans have captured them. And I think you should do something about it. You can see the muscles on this male's jaw tense as they clench a little tighter. They exhale heavily through their nose, kind of annoyed sigh. So, what do you tend me to do? Open up a portal? Turn up there? Be like, hand over my son? Child? They can't even control their emotions and form. They are not fit to be my heir. Had I not lost my others, well, we wouldn't be in this situation, would we? So that is it. You're going to allow our pride and just admit to every Fey court that, oh yes, you can completely mess with any one of our family. And we're going to do nothing about it. Yes, that completely makes sense. Well then, I think I'll go take a trip to the Shadowfell. See what trouble I can get myself into. It is at this point the one in great armour accepts. Come now. Fenwil, now you're just overreacting and being stupid. I agree that we can't just let our little princess be captured by anyone. However, your brother and king, may I remind you, also has a point that the princess is no longer under our protection. There is silence in the room. Brother-in-law, sorry, my correction. We're so close. It's just easier for me to call you brother. The silence seems to go on for an age. So much so that the light from the window seems to almost change seasons. The tall woman with the Earth-like orb and asteroids, the foot taps, repeatedly getting quicker and quicker. Pallid hair changes from platinum blonde to dark wheat yellow, the tips red, like a lily. The markings on their face change. Well, if you're going to do nothing about it, then I will take care of it. Your Majesty. You may have no love for that child, but that is my sister's child. And I will see to it that my sister's honor is not besmirched, even if you will not do anything about it. She gives a quaint little curtsy. Throws back an elegant sleeve. A flourish, the wand rises up, stamps down on the hard floor with a noise. A portal opens up. And she steps through. Meanwhile, deep within the Vanthampurs villa, the rest of our party are in cells. You are sore. You are tired. You have probably felt better, but you can't really remember a time you felt worse. Or perhaps you can, depending on your involvement of the conspiracy. Everything around you is quite quiet. Your rooms, while bare, hold various items of mild comfort. A pot to piss in, for example. A bed that's, it's like that wooden plank with the chains. It floats. You know what I mean. Some have chairs. Some have a basin of water. Others might have a pebble or two. What is it that you're doing at this moment? Felix?
I've been lying here for a while. I've been lying down for a while. Staring at the door. Not sure why my body didn't move how I told it to. Arguing inside my own head. I'm done running from one place to another. We have a chance to find good people who want their city to be better, who want their homes to mean something. Well, you don't always get what you want, Felix. Sometimes we have to survive. That's why I'm here. So shut up and do as I say. I'm not leaving them. And I don't need you anymore, Farrell. I have other people to help me. And they want to do more than just survive. I'll make sure they live. You can leave me alone. I do not think you understand what that means, Felix. If I left, who would get you out of all of those spots? Who would get you through the dark and through the silence? Who would know exactly where to hit them to hurt them most? Not me, I guess. But I don't need to hurt people. Just the ones that hurt the ones I care about. You can leave now. And I stand up, going closer towards the door. DM, do I have my sling? You're muted.
Thank you. Yes, you do. They wouldn't have removed that.
I remove the sling from around my neck, stretching my arm, and begin ripping the fabric, revealing the chains that I hid inside them. Wrapping it around the edge and wrapping it around my hand. I look at the wall. Is it there? And I hold my hand and I try making a tiny pink square appear on it. Does it work?
Okay, DM to player.
Minor illusion.
Okay, yeah, no, that won't work. Okay. But there are other things you can do that we did discuss, but it was so long ago, so it's okay, because I also have forgotten.
All right.
That will work.
Then I'll start listening to the hallway. Seeing what I can't figure out.
Interesting. Roll me a perception check.
19.
Very good. You hear mumbled conversation. But these walls are almost too thick. You look around your small cell. Noise seems to be coming from underneath your ledge bed, which I'm now going to call them. You look down. There's a grate. You hear two voices. Have you found it yet? And the voice that follows, older, gruffled. We have found it, but there's a problem. The shield is uncooperative. Well, sacrifice a few more things. Get it to cooperate. It wants to be released. I'm quite sure that we are meddling with things that are more powerful than a companion. Come now, Creed. You worry too much. You see, if it wasn't for this thing, Baldur's Gate wouldn't be Baldur's Gate. And it's with this that will actually drag the whole place down to hell. We have a few extra prisoners. You're welcome to them, if that would appease it. But don't come back until you have some results. There's also another quiet muffling, but you're just a little bit too far to pick it out. Almost something smothered in blanket. Sound of a door opening, closing. The conversation is over.
Does it sound like both of them left? Can I hear any breathing in this area? From someone who sounds like they're not separated by a large wall, just the door.
You are listening to a kind of like medieval air vent. I don't know if you could pick up breathing, but given who you are, I will allow you to roll a perception check for it. Mind you, this DC will be quite difficult.
Oh. That wasn't in my roll tray the first time. 18.
Yeah, I'm afraid not.
Is anyone awake?
Hello, Comfy? Is that you?
No, it is the Führer Brushman.
Who?
Yes, it's me.
Ah! Why didn't you say so?
Okay, so magic doesn't work here in these rooms, so I am effectively useless. And I am starting to climb the walls, but not quite literally, because I'm not strong enough, so...
Climbing the walls would not accomplish anything. The ceiling would be in the way.
Severus, help me.
Can you explain to me what's going on? Why didn't Thirstwell just kill us? I don't understand any of this.
Can I hear this conversation?
Hey, yeah, we're not talking quietly.
Okay.
I really would need some advice.
They need people to sacrifice.
The what?
Ooh, I'm a sacrifice. Haven't been one of those before.
Demon bullshit.
Devil.
Devil bullshit.
Just to interrupt, because I muted myself so I could enjoy you all, but Felix, as you weren't here, I'm just going to recant what it is. You're in a kind of cell like this. However, I forgot what numbers you're in. You're spread about.
Hold on.
All right.
I have notes.
Excellent.
Okay, hang on. I at least have some notes. Hang on, I'm speaking in his character voice because it's easier than not. Felix is in room 1, Raya is in room 8, Lucretia is in 11. I don't know the rest. Room 4
I was in 7, I think. At least my notes say so.
is Agatha Thundershield.
Yeah.
You know, if magic worked in here, I could just use shape water to pick the lock, but I used to do that with my old room. You lock me up in there. You can use the shape water cantrip and put the water into the lock and freeze it, and then turn the lock. It's the dumbest way to get out of a trap, but magic doesn't work yet, so here I am. What does a wizard do as I can't use their magic?
DM, I just rattled the door a little bit. Does it sound like it is padlocked or is it like latched lock?
It is bolt locked.
So shove lock.
No, bolt lock as in key. Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe that's another word, but that's what I meant.
Deadlocked.
Thank you.
Super locked.
I was hoping for deadbolt. I was like, ah. Can any of you see anything outside your room?
Hang on, somebody needs to give me a boost. Is there anyone in my room?
Yes.
You're muted?
Yes. There was that weird noble woman that didn't really want to talk to you.
Great.
She was being incredibly edgy, but that's the only person with you.
Yeah, you are useless. I hate nobles. How far above the can I stand on my tiptoes and see out?
How tall are you?
Do you want that in centimeters?
No, feet will do.
5'1".
Oh.
Itty bitty.
You could, but I also think you would have to use some like arm strength to kind of pull yourself up.
Oh boy, me and my 6 strength. Let's do this.
Or you could try and stand on the piss pot that you have. Okay, strength roll it is.
This would be great.
You have to get above a 14.
Is it to be a 9 minus 3? I rolled a 6.
So you're basically just hanging.
No, I'm not even hanging. I like attempt to pull myself up and just kind of.
Just like a kid failing at monkey bars, just like instant
Okay, someone tell us a new dark vision. Have a look outside because I can't fucking see out of the door because I'm not tall enough. No, my father is 6.5 feet tall, but no, I have to be 5 foot wide. There's just angry elf noises from behind the door.
Oh,
I'll look.
don't worry, Caro Crumpy. You will always be bigger than me.
You're a dwarf!
Yes! And technically, so are you now.
I think I might be able to see.
Yes, my magnificent tree woman.
Any of us could.
She lowered.
Please.
With my terrible perception, yeah, this will be fine.
So what? You're just looking out into the room?
What I am? Am I looking, Navarre? Am I looking for something specific?
I don't know. I stolen it's this idea.
Torlin?
Just see what you can make out from the structure. We need to get an understanding of how this place is built.
It is underground. It is made of stone. Is there something I'm missing?
Yes! About 120 things. Torlin will start rattle off different kinds of stones, building works, how stones fit together.
Do you know you once told me that you weren't as smart as the rest of us, but I don't think that's necessarily true. You have an encyclopedic knowledge of stone. Who does that?
Any
Torlin
dwarf?
does.
So whatever number you were,
I'm in 11.
Okay. Oh, okay. You were the L. I don't know why I changed that to an N. Okay, so you can see to your left great iron double doors that are closed, and in the middle of the room, a rack for torture.
Oh, good.
Can you reach it?
All right, now are these this is like an iron door with like a window in it that we're kept in? What are these, Jelsa?
Yeah. If you just everything's built in Minecraft in my head. Okay, so everything is square. You have a square door. You have a square window. You have bars in front of it. The rack is square. Even the double iron doors are square. With a nice
built by a dwarf.
Everything is square. Very Art Deco in this room, but without the pretty lines.
Did you take this off of me? My head ornament?
No, your head ornament would not be anything that's like jewelry or ornamental.
Stupid of them.
Would not have been taken off from you.
Torlin. It is I, Lozu.
Yes, Lozu.
What?
Could you check the grate in your room and tell me what sort of material binds the metal to the floor?
That's an excellent idea. I could make some kind of primitive workbench. I will check the crate DM and look for any materials in the room I could take apart to make into tools and or material.
Okay, so you turn your great dwarven blacksmithing eye upon the room. It's kind of like a scan, Terminator style, or even Lego movie style, where you see the bench, the bed ledge, and you see that it is made of 2 chains. It is also made out of 9 long nails. It also has iron banding and 7 long planks of, we're going to say, softwood.
Anybody pick lots?
Really, Lucretia, really? I love you. You also have your piss pot. You would see that the mortar of the room is a limestone. Then you have several pebbles. You have a strange pebble that is cracked in half, and it's actually quite shard-like and glass-like on the inside, which you might suspect is a form of obsidian and or marble, but you need to have or kind of quartz, but you need to have a closer look at it to really determine.
I will do that immediately.
Okay, please roll me an investigation check.
Can I use my stone cunning because it is a stone?
I will give you advantage for your stone cunning.
Excellent. I am really bad at insight with -1, but I have 15.
You know what? That's good enough. It is indeed obsidian.
I will.
And it's about the size of your fist. Well, my fist. I have quite a small fist.
That's a big rock.
Excellent. I will literally yell out the contents in a way: softwood, 2 iron chains, 9 nails, middling hardness, not probably hardened through. I think a bit soft in the middle. 1 tip is bent. 9 pebbles, 1 of them split. 3 are granite. 3 are probably from a river. Whatever they do here, I think they threw them at prisoners. The way it looks. What is the piss pot made of?
It is
Piss, but
China. Why the heck not?
it's made of piss.
A piss pot made of China because those people have seriously too much money.
Fired clay?
No, it's China because
And the mortar is limestone, and I could scratch it out of there, but I'm missing a few components to get a reaction going.
Would the Kappa headband help?
I'm not sure yet, but let me think about it. Does any one of you have any experience in alchemy?
Little, but only like
Excellent.
theoretically, like many things.
I know certain bad things make them explode and hurt.
Okay,
That does actually sound helpful, boy.
I did
That's a
forget.
little less direct than I like to work.
My dumbass forgot to take a tool proficiency when I made my wizard.
I will. You know what? Just because I know you're having fun and I want this breakout to work, pick one right now.
All right, hang on.
So
Sorry, go ahead.
while they're searching, do I have anything in my room aside from my person and what I brought in?
Sorry, could you repeat that? I was looking elsewhere for notes.
Do I have anything in my room aside from what I'm wearing?
Yeah, sure. Take a nice look around for me.
Investigation?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm good at these. 14.
You find, obviously, chain. You assume chain nails would China piss pot, but in addition to that, you find a twig. You find a piece of not yarn, but kind of like a hemp-like kind of piece
String?
of twine. Yeah. You also find a broken smoke pipe. Well, it's just the pot bit. And a chicken bone.
I'll gather all those things and kind of like wrap my sling around them, tying it to my waistband.
Mm-hmm.
I will have the little hand as well.
I'm going to put my face to the grate, the air vent, and I'm going to whisper into it, "Can anyone hear me?"
Yes. You get two golden eyes just looking at you.
Wait, who are you?
How dare you?
Oh, of course it's you. But why are you in there?
I didn't want to get squished.
That's fair. Are all of these connected?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wonderful. They only took our magic items, correct?
Magic items, weapons,
Alright,
big pieces of armor, like chest plates. Like you left with like some that are kind of like useless.
I pull out a very small crowbar.
Where did you get the very small crowbar from?
I've always had it. A person should never.
Loser.
Yeah, it's legitimately in my equipment right now, which is why I asked.
Like they would
Scholars back.
they would have taken anything that he could have used as a weapon, and I imagine a crowbar is a very good bludgeoning
That's
weapon.
fair. In that case, I will pull out a fork and a spoon.
Oh yes, they would totally would have let you kept that because neither of those are sharp.
Torlin,
what did you say the mortar was made out of?
Limestone. It's not as hard as proper dwarven cement, so we could have a chance. It might just take a few years.
Few years? We don't have a few years.
Or maybe less. Does it look like I could fit into the air vents, being small?
Hello. These are very small. So unless you are of tiny size like Muliette, no. Canis could, though.
But you'd have to do the spell to... No, he didn't die.
Is there magic down there, Muliette?
Mm-hmm.
In the vents!
By the way, Navarre, just to answer your quick question, you find a small pile of charcoal dust, half-burnt incense, a tiny bit of candle wax, and a piece of flint. And as for what you would have been allowed to keep from you wouldn't have been able to keep your backpack.
Fine.
However, your little bag of sand, if your small knife was stashed in a boot or somewhere else quite discreet on your person, you could have that.
Yep.
And yeah.
Okay. I found some candle wax. Who's burning incense in here?
It's cheap. Yeah, it's cheap incense.
Oh god, it's dragon's blood.
Wait, a dragon died in there?
No,
That sounds horrible.
It's a terrible type of cheap incense that gives me headaches.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
very
thought it.
disappointing.
Okay.
I
Who's
found
who
a
are you
plate.
talking to?
I'm talking to Muliette.
She's here?
Her perfectionist?
Yes.
Oh.
Where is she? How did she get
She's in
here?
the vents.
Wait, there's the fence. I'm gonna actually turn to the noblewoman in my cell for a moment.
Yep. I'm just gonna go grab her name because I have forgotten it.
I actually forgot it too, so...
Okay, cool.
You!
Actually, it's Navarre, so me and my 8 charisma are gonna be real charming. Look, you, whatever your name is, I've forgotten it already. We're going to try and bust out of here. You can sit in the corner and sulk while you can try to help.
No, no.
Please.
Please help us escape.
My name is Satir.
Right, Satir.
Satir Theon Hoon. And how can I help you?
Oh, that was easy. Hey, it was a Satir, please, Lose.
Navarre learns that getting what you want works with a please.
I don't know.
Now
it
you say
actually.
thank you.
Oh, right. Thank you.
I can't with you lot sometimes. Seriously.
At the same time, you hear this chip, chip, chip noise as Torlun sits busily on the floor and starts making stone tools.
Okay. Do you know any magic? Do you know anything? What do you do aside from sit on chairs and eat bonbons?
Very good question.
Speaking of chairs,
I'm
Is
a
there one in
professional
my room?
juggler.
There is a chair in your room. It's a little bit too small for you. It looks like it's for a very... Why is this not... Sorry, my alt tab is not working. It looks like it's made for a very short person.
fantastic. I'm breaking off the legs of this chair.
You can do so easily.
And using, if I can find either a belt or some piece of twine and start tying them together.
You have your own belt and whatever kind of string you have on your outfit.
I have a few belts.
Navarre, you notice that Satir starts to remove her soiled but very elaborate dress.
Sorry. Oh, okay. This might not be the time for that.
This would happen quicker if you helped me.
I don't know how that works. Okay, what do I do?
Just, there's some ties at the side.
Right, okay.
It'd be better if we could cut them. They're kind of sewn in, she says.
Oh, hang
Anyway,
on. Tiny knife.
My corset, it's whalebone.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
I'll show you. Just help me out of this thing.
Human fashion is so confusing.
Excellent. You start destroying her dress.
Yeah, consensually.
Tearing down the fashion.
Literally
fashion.
a bodice ripper.
Why?
In the meantime, Lozu is going to be scraping with his fork and his spoon and his knife at the mortar around the grate.
Mm-hmm. You certainly can.
And then he will try to rip it out.
With your
Why are
spoon?
you wearing this?
No, with my hands.
Okay, it would work better with the spoon.
Okay, with the spoon.
Cool,
Can
that
I-
will be much quicker.
Can I yell encouragement and advice in dismantling things?
Yes, certainly. You certainly can. And obviously, Navarre is complaining about dress wear as you rip up this woman's
Human
dress.
fashion is
Human
baffling.
fashion. Yeah. But she's wearing a slip, so she literally slips out of the slip. And
Would you
she
like my...
and she tells you, and then she's like, "Do you want the string?"
Yes, I would like
Okay.
the string. I
She's
don't
like,
like
"Okay, undo it, but just don't look." Excellent. And you eventually get her corset off her, and she puts her slip back on, and you have now something ridiculous. It's like 45 yards of string. Corsets a lot. Gold string, just to tell you. And also the corset has boning in it. Long, thin. They kind of look like ivory, flat pieces of fishbone. And whatever else you could salvage from it.
So that's very strong and very flexible. Why do you wear this? This is awful. Are they trying to torture you?
Oh no, it's all the rage. It gives you a shape. We're quite.
You are a shape. It is.
Oh no! I don't want to be hourglass shape. I want to be box. Boxes are all the rage.
God.
The flatter and straighter, the better.
I used to live in a box.
I'm so
Not bad.
sorry. Okay, so we have I don't know, 8 pieces of whalebone about as long as my arm, and 45 yards of gold ribbon. String.
Torlum, could you use all of these things if we could get them to you?
I could certainly use them. The question is for what? What do you want?
Muliet, there's events. She can carry them to you. If you would, Your Highness. Please? Please.
Okay, but I'm only doing one trip.
Okay. Well, right.
Wait a second. Does everybody know everything they have?
Yeah.
I think so, right?
Sure.
I'm going to lean against the bars, focus on them, and push my way through them.
What?
DM, does it work? My step?
Shadow step?
My blessing.
Oh,
You what?
yes, it does.
All right.
Yeah.
Then I immediately stealth because fuck that shit. Okay, 24. Whew. And I will go over to every bar, look through them, and go, all right, hand it to me.
Okay, here.
And I'll take everybody's everything and slowly move over to Torlin's and put it all through there for him.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, boy. Boy? What are you doing out there?
Shh. Be quiet, Torlin. Just focus on working, please.
Okay.
When Felix gets to my door, I'm just like, Felix, why are you outside? Why are you outside?
Don't worry.
Why?
We can get this done. It's not a problem. Also, when I stop by Lucretia's, I'm going to feed my chain all the way through to her.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Felix.
It
Felix,
acts
you
as
could
a
just
whip.
steal the keys. Felix, you could just steal the keys.
I look around. Are the keys out here?
No, I have whalebone and stuff. If that doesn't work. Do you want my headband? I don't know if it's useful.
Anything we can. If we need something made, we need Torlin.
Okay, hang on. Sit there.
No, the keys are just not conveniently outside of the
Yeah,
cells.
I figured as much.
Without a guard.
Okay,
Yeah,
here.
I've thought about that. If we can, thank you. If we can get one of them in here to try to torture one of you, preferably Lucretia, the two of us can take
I
them.
can take it. It's true.
Nobody's torturing you. Pick me. I'm used to it.
No.
Oh man, I haven't been
No.
tortured before.
That's not a novel experience for your parents, Lozu.
No, we need you more than we need the two of us.
What?
It's true.
We don't make decisions like that about who's more important. We're all getting out of here together.
Yes,
Also,
we
we're all
are.
magic
But if
and
we
you're not, so you're
if
kind of
we-
more important right now.
if we need to get out, we are going to need you. She and I are stronger than you.
It's
If
true.
we die, you can stop that from happening. You can at least make sure we don't get closer. You need to be safe. Torlum needs to be safe. She and I can sacrifice.
I can take a lot more than you can, than any of you can.
I just don't like the idea of either of you getting hurt.
Then we make sure that it doesn't happen or go that far.
Okay, if that's the idea.
I think this is what if this might be part of what I'm meant to do.
Fate is bullshit!
Yeah.
It really is.
So I hand everything over to Torlum. Whatever you can make. I'm just gonna wait over there. Knock twice if you need me to come by. And I'll go stand over closer towards the wall and just be as quiet as possible.
Still trying to remove my grate.
Beside the door, in case I didn't make that clear. I'm beside the door, out of view.
You hear a tink, tink, tink as I work on the lock, looking at it, trying to figure out how it works. And then I whisper, does any of you know something about locks?
No.
A little.
Tell me what shape the key would be.
Oh, I could probably figure that out. Hang on.
I'm gonna say usually I just hit them and they open.
I will actually roll. Do you want perception or investigation for me for lock shape? Since me and my dumbass 20 int can probably figure that out. You muted.
But there we go. I've been saying stuff all this time and wondered why everyone was just ignoring me. And I was like, it's cool. I'm not needed. Anyway, that's fine.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yes, please roll me an investigation check. No, it's like I like it. I like it when I don't have to do much as DM.
20 whatever.
Yeah, you're fine. Navarre, your tiny bit of wax, you realise that if you warm up and make long.
Hold on, I have an idea. My hands are really cold. Does anybody have warm hands?
Lucretia has really warm hands.
I'll filter my hand and bring it over to Lucretia.
I would love to find out someday.
Gross, but also good for you, Navarre.
That's not what I meant. I meant to tell something. My hands are mind always
Wait,
in my
were you
belly.
doing something? Wait, DM, did I hear something? Did I hear something?
Yeah, that was just the sound of the SS.
Oh, okay. I thought that was okay.
That's the noise of the SS. Is it Nacretia or is it Luvar? Thank you.
Is it Luvar? Because we've been calling it Nacretia.
It's
Okay.
Luvar.
I think we've gone back and forth, but I think we like Navarre because it has live in it.
God, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
I know, I'm sorry.
And you know that as we giggle away, I think that's the perfect time for a quick break, everybody.
Okay. I need to put my lipstick back on too because I'm chewing my lips out of anxiety.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you're having lots of fun. I am. I've been looking forward to this all week. So go have a stretch, go grab a drink, go to the toilet if you need to, grab a snack, and we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Hello, Herd. We're back from our break. Are you ready for some more shenanigans and wackiness? By the way, party, I forgot to tell you that the date with Death People threw down and said that they will not be out shenaniganed by you. Just putting that out there. So, you know, just to encourage a little bit of healthy competition regarding that. But yes, you are watching the second to last episode of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. I am your DM, of course, DM Gloss and Gadgets. And for now I am the Sphinx Kitten DM, as you can quite humbly tell. Just before the break, let's do a quick recap of what happened. Kor'train, we began our session with Kor'train writing a letter to their friend, Lilani. When they finished it, Lilani magically appeared. And the letter was quietly put away. It wasn't handed over, nor the contents discussed with Lilani, despite it appearing to be addressed to them. Kor'train then met Commander Portia, where they discussed plans for the siege of the Vanthampurs villa, where, of course, Kor'train's companions are currently prisoners. I quite think that Kor'train got a talking to, despite their promotion, they were dressed down a little bit for not considering their companion's safety. And Commander Portia wasn't too keen on that. But a plan was laid out. It looks like the Flaming Fist will storm the Vanthampurs villa, using one saboteur team, one stealth team to get the party out, and a main force that will draw the brunt of the attack, led by Commander Portia herself. Meanwhile, elsewhere, somewhere astral, there was an arsehole, surrounded by a couple more assholes, and one person that wasn't fully an asshole. But who are these mysterious people? Well, you'd have to watch the next episode to truly find out. But back in the prison where the majority of our party is, something was overheard, a conversation between two people. One named Creed. The other voice should have been familiar, but no name was spoken, as they discussed the true power, the true reason of why Baldur's Gate is the crime-ridden hellhole that it has become, and they're trying to awaken it. There was some talk of sacrifices. Meanwhile, the rest of the party began to, while feeling sore and slightly downtrodden and beaten, were starting to make plans. They were starting to get components together. Some could be lockpicks, some possibly could be explosives. Who knows? It's really down to the party. There was even plans of letting someone be tortured for information and then breaking out that way, but that was quickly slapped down by the DM. Because the DM doesn't really want to torture their players. I too have lines and veils, people. I too have lines and veils. Remember that. But yes, The party are getting excited. Components have been gathered. And as we pick up the session, we're just going to quickly appraise our wonderful party of what it is they're currently doing. And then we're going to snap back to somewhere else. So, party, did you have a good break? And what is it you're doing?
Decent break, yeah. That's good.
Torlin will take the piss pot, put it in front of the door, climb on the piss pot, to then basically climb up to the window, push his little athletics.
Yep, sure.
Excellent. That would be an 11.
It's a struggle.
Can you hear me?
Oh my god, yes.
I'll come over. Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen that the walls are limestone, bound together with limestone? There will be white salt on them. Scrape that off. Also, everyone pee in their pots and give that to Phylex. You'll need it.
Are you thinking what I am thinking?
Yes, I'm thinking that. Also, check your benches. At some points, there will be a little bit of mold. We need that too.
Ah, yes. The Navarre rattles off the actual name of the mold that Rune doesn't know.
Not as the DM, but sure.
Okay. I guess I will go to the wall and see if I can't scrape off some salt.
Boy, come back. You don't need to use your fingernails.
No, sir.
Knife.
Yeah.
You have a stone chisel.
You have been working on your grate for some time now, while the rest of the party have been busy. You have quite a nice pile of this salt, and you have successfully loosened your grate.
Yes. I would like to ply the grate off.
You certainly can.
I remove the grate. Sorry, did someone say white salt?
Yes, I need a whole bunch of it.
Well, I happen to have a whole bunch of it.
Delightful.
Give me just one moment. I take off one of 5 small pouches. I keep like in the same way that I make goodie bags, I also make ritual bags.
I love it.
So I just plump the ritual bag down into the vent, making sure that Muliet isn't there to get, plopped on.
I'll just hand it to Phylex.
Right. I then remove the sack from that. Remove the contents from the sack. Put them in the vent. How do I collect the salt into the bag and hand it over to Phylex, who has to actually put his arm through the grate so that I can actually hand it to him.
Yep, okay. Ow.
Sweet.
And then I will complete my ritual of summoning a familiar.
Inside the hole of the... in the vent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You certainly can do it. It will take you 10 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Find familiar?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I will leave you to do that for the time being. Meanwhile, what is the rest of the party doing?
Making a bone.
I will hand the whale bones and my stone wedge thingy to Phylex. I made some obsidian plates out of it. Here, make some lockpicks or something. You know more about that than I do.
Yeah.
And everyone, if anyone wants, if you have any wood or metal in your rooms, break it and hand it over to me. I'll fashion some clubs and things.
What am I going to do with a club? But all right. Oh wait, I can just.
I will make it very light.
I can just make a cast of the luck for you, Phylex. Hang on, I'll draw you something.
Yeah, please.
You can certainly do that. With your wax, etc.
I would have warmed up the wax for Navarre to give it back to them.
Thank
and
you.
You're welcome. I hope that does what we needed to do.
It should.
About this whole pissing in pots sort of thing, I already may have broken my pot.
Oh, I don't need that much. Who hasn't been drinking water today?
Me.
Mr. has a pot. Oh boy.
I would have taken a shard from the pot and stuck it to the end of my stick of wood, my chair leg contraption.
Rhea, at this point, comes up to her window, holding her piss pot. It slushes. You can hear the splash on the floor.
I just look down and like, yep.
Can you get the pot through the window?
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, good. Wait, do I have a pot? Is
Okay.
it full?
I have an idea.
Oh god.
I'm going to. So we can't get it through the window any direction, like even if we turn it sideways.
If you turn it sideways, all the piss is going to spill out.
Fair enough. But I'm going to take an empty pot from somebody else that is sideways, pull that one out, get the other one up to the thing, and have them pour it out into the empty pot.
Okay.
It's okay if it splashes. It's
Okay, we're going to have to both jointly roll piss checks. I would say it's some kind of dexterity.
Sleight of hand?
No, it's without
Okay.
proficiency.
All right.
This is not something either of us do on a regular basis.
Speak for yourself, but okay.
Oh, come on.
That's a 17 from Rhea.
14 from me.
Okay, so she seems very, very able to like pour a steady stream. It's like flows in one direction. You, however, are not as good at catching that stream.
Yeah,
So-
it's kind of hard when you refuse to make eye contact. Just
Yeah. You're not exactly looking like what's happening, and she can't quite see out of the top of the thing. Roll me a D100, please.
84.
You managed to collect 84% of the piss.
Good luck with
Okay.
streamers.
Okay,
Professionals.
yeah.
I love being a DM.
I hate that joke, by the way, Torlum, but I love you.
Oh, that's terrible. I hate you so much.
Right. And then I guess I just start bringing it all over. And we have to do
Okay.
this every time.
No, just I have a better idea. If I give you instructions, do you think you can follow them? Just keep the piss outside of the door, and I will hand you the things we need to mix everything else, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't reach out of the door, though, so,
I can reach over. And I climb and reach my hand down.
okay.
Natural climb speeds. Great.
Does magic work if I put my hand outside of the vent, outside of the door of my room?
No, it does not.
Okay, so it's like anti-magic everywhere, but the grates, who doesn't do that? Note to self, anti-magic grates. Right, here, you need, you're gonna put the salt in the ammonia, but, oh god. And Navarre starts giving very complicated instructions on how to make a bomb from a piss pot and ammonia salt, and this is a
Mold.
conversation I never thought I was gonna have
Me either, but here we are.
ever.
D&D.
Bomb, piss pot bombs. Let's do this. All right.
It's a wild world of imagination.
Lozy.
Okay. You need this much of that, and okay.
Well, the conversation of the alchemy happens as we are MacGyvering a bomb out of bodily fluids and stuff scraped off walls and underneath benches. All of a sudden you hear as Canis has popped into existence.
Sorry, Muliet.
She's actually hopped out of the grate and she's all big and puffy. She's got like a toilet bog brush tail and it's like the little triangle tip tail, so it's not all kind of spiky.
I pull out my emergency can of sardines and put them down on the ground and open them for her.
She is appeased.
Appease our goddess.
And then I pick up my little ball of eyes and I point them at my door and I say, one of these eyes does stone. And then I just squeeze one of them.
It's a gazer. 1 minute. It's a gazer. It's in an anti-magic field. Is it magic or is it innate?
Its eye beams are from its eyes. They're
So
not
that's
spells.
Yeah.
That is a
Okay. Roll me a 1d4.
This is going to go swimmingly.
Okay.
So what are the?
One of these is one of these. So a
it's
dazing ray,
a
a
dazing,
fear ray,
a fear,
a frost ray, and
A
a
frost.
telekinetic ray.
and a telekinetic ray. Okay. And what you're trying to do to it? Frost.
We are trying to go for frost, so we
Okay.
can
Okay.
weaken the lock.
Okay. I have signed numbers to them.
1d4. 1d4. A 2.
A ray shoots out. You get the sense that the door is quite frightened,
But not frightened enough to open.
but not frightened enough to open. It's not a sentient door, unfortunately. But you just get a sense that the door is very afraid of you.
That door knew what was good for it.
The ancient wood knows the call of its ancestors and fears your gazer.
Okay, one more try. And that will be a 3.
Yes, a cold blast shoots out from Canis's eyes, and the door that was once frightened
It's now cold.
is now cold and frozen.
Hey, Felix, could you just punch my lock real quick? Really hard.
I go over and just.
Oh, that is not quiet.
No, it is not. Please roll me a strength
Wrap your hand first at the... Oh, okay.
check, please.
A strength check?
Yeah. You can easily
That'll be a 14.
roll me some damage.
Okay. Still a D4. That'll be 7.
Whew. Punch.
The ice starts to crack.
Yeah, that was loud. I'm just going to go listen by the door quickly using my insane speed to do.
I will listen as well with my bullshit ears.
Bullshit. Are we still calling them that? I love it. You don't hear anything immediately. Or at this present moment.
I rolled bullshit. It's like a 20-something.
20x.
Okay, so you do like a sonic sonar boop, type of listening. And you can kind of imagine that outside the door there doesn't seem to be any more. And you go down the hallway and you suddenly do a whole loop round and you can sense everybody in the place because it's that ridiculous. But
It's not that bad.
no, I know, I'm over-exaggerating. But very faintly, you do hear the sound of clinking chains getting closer to your direction.
Is there someone coming? Very far away. Is there a vent out there, Felix?
A vent where?
Outside.
Is there?
No, there is not.
Okay, put the pot underneath the horrible torture thing and hide.
All right, I do that. I guess stealth. Yeah, stealth of 16 this time.
Okay. Are you all just waiting?
I will happily keep chipping on my weapons. 24 in Tinker Tools.
Dolan! You're very loud.
Sorry.
10 minutes pass. You hear the metal jingle of keys. The sound of metal scraping metal. The turn of a lock. The door opens, it drags and scrapes on the floor where it's so heavy. The continuation of keys and chains on the floor. Before a very large chain devil walks into the room. It looks to the right first. It looks straight.
You smell terrible.
It doesn't look left to where Lozu's thing is, because you have caught its attention, Navarre.
Great.
Instead, it lumbers over to you.
Gets you out of the grate.
Puts its ugly maw up against the grates. You see the noblewoman, eyes go wide, and she shrinks back.
I'll speak to it in Infernal.
Okay, what would you like to say?
I bet your mother was an imp. Oh no, she was a cave slime, wasn't she?
Not like your mother. But
No,
then again, everyone knew your mother.
Oh, she's quite dead. Very sad.
Very sad. Where do you think she ended up?
Probably hell with the rest of my stupid fucking family. What do you want? What are you doing here?
You're making a ruckus.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Boss doesn't like noise.
But isn't that just the worst thing? I will make sure to get my violin and play him the saddest song known to elvenkind.
And you hear the noise of that metal scrape in a lock.
Oh dear.
I'm going to slowly stand and creep my way over behind it.
Okay, you can. It rolled a 9 for its perception check when it looked around. And it opens.
Hey,
the
ugly.
door.
Why don't you pick on somebody your own size?
What, like you?
Yeah, like me.
The boss is looking for a sacrificial victim.
I volunteer as tribute. I'm bored. Come on, let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not fair. I was going to be the sacrifice.
Don't take Caro Grumpy, take me.
They're not that important. Aren't I more fun?
Navarre.
Yeah.
You hear the sound of metal in metal again as your cell is locked.
This key, is it in their hand or on their side?
It's kind of like on a chain belt, And they're made, and they're chain devil. They got a lot of chains. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
There's keys on the chains. It's the jailer chain devil.
Okay. I take note of that key, and I'm gonna try to sleight of hand and take it from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like very slowly untwist, uncontort it, and keep it for myself.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
23.
Against its passive perception, yeah, that works.
And if there's any other keys that look similar to its make, I'm gonna just start taking those. Yoink, 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 yoink.
Most expert yoink.
And as this thing like turns around, it doesn't look in Loze's direction. It's just kind of looked straight to Lucretia, back to Navarre, and it's like turning that way to go back to the door. And I imagine you're kind of like darting behind it.
Yeah, I'm just shadowing behind
Yeah.
it. Like, nope, nope, nope.
No peripheral vision.
Oh god, I kind of want to piss it off some more because I'm that asshole, and Navarre is that asshole.
Did it turn its back to Navarre's?
I would say not to the back, more like to the side, because obviously Navarre's is like there and heading to the door.
Okay, then I'm going to like lean forward and drop a key down and just cover my mouth really quick to Navarre.
Oh. Hmm.
Well, I mean, if its head's still kind of in that direction, then no. But like, if it's turned just so like the back of its head's not there, farthest bar.
Okay. Yeah. No, fine. And this
So
is fine.
I hand it down to you, Navarre, and go.
I want to annoy it some more.
It begins to leave.
All right. Can I investigate to see if I can't find any other keys?
Yeah, you can. I just with that roll, I was just going to let you take other keys that look like it.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, sure.
It was a 23. Like, okay.
Yeah. Alrighty, then as it's
Have
doing
your
all
damn
of that,
keys.
yeah, as it's like getting closer to the door, I'm just going to like move to the side out like from the bridge of the door to be out of sight, even if it turns to dramatically say goodbye or something.
Okay. It doesn't.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were gonna play.
It just shuts the door. You hear the lock.
I listen for it to leave.
You hear the dangling of chains move away.
All right. Then at that point, I'm going to move closer, pull back up to the bar, hand my hand down. Navarre, seriously.
What?
You would not have helped me in that fight. Give me the key.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Key.
I'll drop down and click, unlock your cage.
You're free.
And then I'll go and do everybody else's in order if I can.
Okay. Roll me a 1d12.
That one. Nope.
I'm going to shove the end of the center end of my spoon into my lock and just jab it out.
11.
Your lock shatters and it just opens. You only have 11 keys, and I would say, Lozu, with your shattering of the lock, it was your key that wasn't got.
All right.
How convenient. Everyone's cells are now unlocked.
Navarre's not wearing a coat.
Upon Navarre's arms, Navarre, would you like to describe what your party sees?
So Navarre, having forgotten themselves, walks out of their cell with their coat over on the noblewoman, who is apparently just in a slip, and there are rings of infernal all the way up their forearms on both arms, and they look black, but when the light hits them, they kind of shimmer a metallic red and then shift back to black again. Because fuck it.
Right.
Do I recognize what it says?
If you read Infernal.
Do we
I
recognize
do.
what it says?
Who reads infernal? Raise your hand. Oh yeah, poor Kor'train's not here.
It's okay, we'll get to you in a minute. Did you decide what was written on them, or did I?
It was you. I
Oh,
just said
okay.
they had. I just said they existed.
Okay. Bear with me, I've got the notes. Meanwhile, And at that point, as you're all dawn on this and you begin to read the things, we flash back to outside where the sun is shining. And the birds are singing. No, they're not. There's no birds in Baldur's Gate. Let's not lie.
There's crows.
Pigeons, maybe. Or, in the case of London, parrots. Kor'train, you and your small army of 25 plus 7 are marching upon the estate. You've gone from the centre of town to High Town. And the nobles seem shocked at this show of force.
Hey, militia time. We own this city.
We own this city. Sorry.
Blood and bone.
Built this city on rock gnomes.
Pretty much. It's not long before you get to the Vanthampur compound before Stealth Team Alpha slips off, taking a back alley. Commander Portia marches up to the gate.
I'm with them.
Shield in hand, armored, visor down. Thirstwell! Imitating. A noise that you get a recollection of only mere hours ago.
Well, this is...
I, Commander Portia of the Flaming Fist, hereby demand that you surrender yourself for the murder of your mother and crimes most foul. The guard on the walls don't seem to even react to your presence. It's very odd.
I'm gonna, get a rock and just throw it in the direction.
At a guard?
Yeah. Hey, open up. Stupid.
You kind of see the rock fly and hit one. And, the hats are so low on their face you can't really see. But this one, you've thrown it at... Actually, roll me just a quick dex check.
Yeah. 16.
Very good. It hits their head and their head rocks back. And you see in the sunlight that the flesh that's there, instead of looking vibrant, it's kind of dull, lifeless. The head rocks and rolls. You catch more glimpse of the face as the helmet is tilted up. And you see that this is indeed a decayed face.
Is anyone else seeing that, or is
Yeah.
it just me? I say out loud to everyone. Is anyone else seeing that, Commander?
What is going on in this villa?
Nothing good. I suggest we go forward before they activate whatever it is they're supposed to do. These.
Commander Portia turns to some of the men and women she had brought. Ready the ram. You see that they're all carrying a singular piece. There's about 4 of them. They're carrying singular pieces of wood that they begin to lock together.
Is this gate just like a gate and it unlocks on the other side?
It is just like a gate. It's not like it's made of wood or anything like that. It's just the gate. It is chained, closed. But yeah, this is a villa, not a castle.
I'm just like, how we just breaking it? Yeah, try and break the as they're doing this and saying everything cool. Can I just walk over to the chain and just try and break it?
Yeah, you certainly can. Please attempt to.
Okay, definitely spells that would help with this. I don't use the spells yet, just in case. So yeah, I'm just gonna bring out my pack weapon, which is like on my kind of not armed area, and we're just gonna like slash down, try and attempt to break it. I got an 18 to hit and 14 damage. Magical because of the pack weapon.
Oh, I'm glad it's magical because otherwise it would have done no damage.
My weapons are all magical because Pact.
I love warlocks. It does break. But as soon as it does, you see all the heads of the very steel guards turn in an inhuman fashion, in an inhuman kind of synchronicity. Meanwhile, back downstairs.
I did it.
Navarre. And everyone that reads Infernal. I found my notes. Thank you. Kor'train. They read, please stop destroying what is left of your heart by constantly thinking about the things that have broken you.
What?
Please stop destroying what is left of your heart by constantly thinking about the things that have broken you.
Huh.
What?
Have you always had this markings on your arm?
Oh, yeah. Ever since Zach disappeared.
Zach, your friend Zach.
The tiefling. Let's get out of here.
Excellent. No problem. I have wonderful weapons. Here, have a club, and have a shiv, and have a club.
I don't need any of this shit. Just point me at the nearest astral.
I've got my
Two
spear in
shifts.
my wood.
Can't use these here?
I'll just keep listening at the door, and while they're having that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When we move forward, I'm going to be first. Ahead of all of you, you stay further behind. Lucretia, please be behind me. Torlum, be in the back.
Is Lozu out of his cell?
Yes, Lozu is out of his cell. Newly at his heels as well as Canis.
While Felix is talking, Navarre will just skitter over and hug Lozu and like almost try to pick him up, but like can't manage it because they're small.
Thank you for coming all the way down here just for me.
And in deep speech, we'll say, I thought you were dead.
I pretty much could have been.
All right. I'm glad you're not.
I'm also glad, but thank you for being glad.
We're alive. Let's kick some ass.
Felix, could you leave Agatha out of here? Let Agatha out of her cell too?
Come on, Satya.
You unlocked
11 of the
cells.
12. Yeah, and Lozu let himself out.
And Lozu let himself out.
So we're all out here.
Yeah, including Rhea. I have not forgotten about her.
Yeah. I'll look at Rhea and go, you stay in the back with him.
But I can be helpful.
You're trained in how to fight wearing things that keep you safe. You need to be in the back. If any of us get hurt, you need to help us then.
Okay, but I have a question. We get out of here, where do we go?
About that, we should find out what they're keeping down here to sacrifice things to.
A shield.
That makes no sense. A shield doesn't need sacrifices, it just needs metal buckles.
Metaphor, darling.
What?
At the mention of a shield, you do see Satir kind of stiffen.
Do you know what they're talking about?
About a who or a what?
It's an old legend. It belongs to my family. I need to get it and return it back to us.
Is it a person?
No. It's just a shield.
A literal shield.
Mm-hmm.
That people sacrifice things to.
Fucking insight.
It's just, cultists, they do strange things.
Oh yes, cultists, terrible people.
18 plus 5 for insight.
I got 20. I got 23. What did you get?
3, yeah. 23, I guess.
Standoff. What's the rule on this? I don't know. You're suspicious, I would say.
I'm always suspicious. It's me.
Yeah. But you neither have anything damning nor confirming. She's quite strange. She's a noble.
Yeah.
They said that this shield is why Baldur's Gate is how it is.
That's the legend about it, but it's actually from Waterdeep.
Legends don't bring devils to torture and sacrifice people.
They brought devils to torture and sacrifice people. The shield, it's the shield of, mind blank. It's the shield of the Hidden Lord. It's from Waterdeep. It's been in my family for generations. And that's all it is. It has a face on it. It doesn't speak or anything like that.
That you know.
But
there is a legend about it.
There is a legend that it befalls anyone with bad luck. But as I said, it's been in my family for generations. As you can see, we are very wealthy. We are stable. Yeah. We haven't had any...
You have very good luck.
Yes, but we haven't all, died of disease or lost all our money or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't mean to be rude, but we should probably have this conversation outside, as in out of this villa. We can decide what to do after we get out of here.
So we're going to go find the shield? I still need to find Creed.
We need to find our stuff first.
Who's Creed?
Flavius Creed.
Flavius Creed.
Oh.
Right. Stuff first, then shield. Let's go. We're going to stand here talking all day. The spine devil's going to come back.
I turn to Agatha. Stay handing her a shiv, I think. It's stay close to me. I will protect you.
Sounds good to me. Like love. Oh, I'm from Newcastle, apparently.
Is she dwarf or human? Or
she's dwarf.
Okay, good.
And apparently from Newcastle.
I'm fine with that. A New Mountain. Yeah, I know New Mountain. It's next to the Broken Mountain.
Yeah. Just left a Mordor. Oh, and now I'm from Liverpool. Just jumping all over the place.
So, can we open the door easily enough?
It's locked.
We have the keys.
My internet's lagging out.
You back?
Miliet, where are you? Okay, get in my coat, please. No? All right.
Do you want me to open it?
Please?
Can you do it?
I can do many things.
That's true. You are very powerful.
But I don't know if I want to.
Navarre, do you have any more sardines?
Unfortunately, no, not here, but if we can manage to get ourselves out, I do have several more emergency cans of sardines.
So
Should,
incidentally.
someone want to have you.
But if I do it, my mum will know.
Well, I will protect you from your mum. We all will. You're one of us now.
I'd actually like to meet your mum, so this is kind of okay.
All right. So sorry, my internet's become choppy as hell. Are we in the hallway right now?
No,
or-
the door is locked, but Muliet is about to let you out because amongst this large gathering of people that I now need to keep track of, and I'm kind of slightly inwardly cursing myself for having so many NPCs. But oh well, this is my bed, I shall lie in it. Muliet comes to the front of you, this tiny little Sphinx kitten, and focuses on the door. Her mouth opens with a blip. And you see all the hairs on her fluffy little body spread out, and the air gets quite metallic. And you kind of notice, especially those of you that are more magically attuned, that remember when you did a check on the anti-magic field?
Mm-hmm.
It begins to like warp and decay. It was kind of like that bubble around the room. And it's not long before a door in the door appears. Those of you that are magically inclined with a perception higher than 15 would know that you are able to use your magic again. The anti-magic field destroyed somehow.
Yes.
I would know anyway, because my armor comes back.
Yes.
That's better. Thank you. I can breathe again.
Oh, I don't feel naked anymore. That's nice.
Major armor.
All right. Then I will be going first, keeping myself about 20 feet ahead of them and being as sneaky as possible and just keeping a watch for anybody.
So you open this dimensional door.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What you see on the other side is not a hallway.
A. Okay.
No,
What does it look?
Sorry, I was pausing for dramatic effect. Bear with me.
Well, we fucked that up, didn't we?
Sorry.
It's fine. Let me just grab my.
I don't know
notes.
when my internet is shitting or dramatic effect.
I should have a pause for dramatic effect. I should make myself a sign. I will do that. That sounds like a good idea. In this room, you see 4 wooden tables with 2 small wooden coffers atop of each one. Hanging on each of the wall opposite the door is a beautiful golden shield. Standing in front of the shield is an old man in plain garments carrying a lit candlestick. As he turns to face the door, you see the shadow on the far wall doesn't match his file, but appears to be a shadow of a pudgy, horned fiend with small wings. At the same time, you hear Rhea gasp. And party, because I'm going to save all the battle and all the amazing stuff for our very final session, it's actually here we're going to end.
I just got ready too.
Yeah. Great escape.
This is totally fine. Oh boy.
Still good. Everything's happy.
We're totally not gonna die.
I mean, I'm safe, so I'm alright. I got an army behind me.
Yeah.
Everyone go first.
Yeah. All of you and all 7 of you.
Yeah.
13. 25 plus 7. Commander Portia got 25.
32.
Thank you. I knew it was
Yeah.
30 something. I just couldn't do that math right now. How's everyone
I'm feeling? Concerned.
Anxious.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I only have
Excited.
I've got a chain and a spear. It's totally fine.
Right.
I'll be great.
I have my magic back. I'm golden.
I have 10 HP, an AC of 9 in a club. This is going to be fun.
I was going to say, I have 12 HP, so we're just fine.
And I am a weapon.
Okay, so in true Gold Heart fashion, let's do a bit of wind down. But this time I'm not going to ask you about your favourite points, although if you want to talk about your favourite moments, you can. But I would like to know what your predictions are for the final episode. And Kor'train, because we didn't hear much from you, thank you for being such a good sport about that, but I'm sure we'll hear lots from you on the final episodes.
Yeah.
We'll start with you. Because I want to hear your voice. Give me it.
What was the question?
So you can talk about your favourite moments if you want, but I want to mainly know what your predictions is for the last session of season 1.
Oh, man. So I think that whatever the shield is, it's gonna come like something unexpected is gonna happen with it. That's gonna throw everything out of balance. I think something unexpected is going to happen. But I don't know. Like either if it's like the commander is like bad, or like first while there's like someone else, or like first while like in his last dying thralls drags it or the party down to hell. I don't know, but it's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Righty. Lozier. We'll just do a round robin today. We won't do the nose thing.
I think the shield is going to wake up after the battle happens, and then it'll drag everyone down to hell.
Oh, these deaths.
Interesting. You suspect the shield, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lucretia.
I suspect that whatever actions that we're going to be taking right now are going to be the real catalyst for sending us to hell.
Yeah.
That no matter what we do, it's our fault.
Interesting.
Torlin.
I personally think, I mean, the shield is obviously important, but maybe that's just her wishful thinking. But I think we need to get the shield to prevent Baldur's Gate to go to hell, but then Thirstwell will escape us, and we have to give chase into hell. Like voluntarily jumping in. I know at least a third of the party will do that, and then the rest will just follow out of sheer spite, and Kor'train will go, nah, I'm good.
You know what? I'm gonna eat again. The window.
So I say we will jump to hell to chase Thirstwell because he will make us even more angry.
Okay. Felix.
Felix is frozen.
Oh yeah, Felix is frozen.
He died.
He did say that his internet was kind of bad, so.
Felix, are you with us?
Yeah, kind of. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. You're actually still in the same perfect place. So it's wonderful.
Yeah. My internet is like super shit right now, apparently.
Okay, but your predictions for the final episode.
My predictions are Felix's.
Why not both?
All right. My prediction, somehow we are going to defeat whatever the hell that thing is, or at least steal the shield and interrogate that noblewoman to figure out what the hell and why the hell and what the fuck and why the fuck. More or less. But Felix thinks that we're all gonna die down here.
Interesting. Navarre.
Do you want Navarre's predictions or do you want Rune's predictions?
Both.
I'll just, because they're actually kind of one and the same right now. Let's just go with yes. I don't think we've seen the last of Lady Vanthampur. like at all. When you kill people, sometimes they come back as vengeful spirits. We'll probably see her again. Shield's a MacGuffin, but it's also a distraction. I don't think it's the actual catalyst of us getting out of here. And whatever the little fiendy dude is, he's not powerful to be doing this enough on his own, so there's probably going to be some big shit showing up at some point. We're not only going to die, because that'd be the end of the stream, but also I feel like we're going to see some Feywyld bullshit happen, and I'm simultaneously dreading it and very much looking forward to it, because you get to see Navarre in context with their horrible, horrible family. So
I hope you enjoyed that, by the way.
Oh God, yes, but no.
Excellent, and I hope Kor'train enjoyed your little bit, and Phylex, you enjoyed your little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay, well, I can't do predictions because I'm the one planning it and running it. So I know what I have planned, but I'm not going to share that. To find out, you have to watch. So, party, I will let you ask me one question for me to answer. Or to explain. Or...
Will we meet Juliet's mum?
Most certainly, especially now she has used her temporal magic.
Can we all multi-class into worshippers of Muliet in some form?
It's so funny that you mentioned that, because something that I have been working quietly on is the Pact of the Sphinx Kitten, which is a pact with Muliet, which you can then grow to be a pact with her mother, or you can follow, and as you level up in warlock spells, Muliet gets bigger and more powerful.
We all need to multi-class into warlock right the fuck now.
I only need 4 ASIs. Only 4 ASIs.
Yeah.
So that's just a silly thing that I've been making for our Patreon. I've planned some of it out, but I haven't planned it all out yet. So maybe in our break I'll get that finalized. Anything else? No?
What will we see? Not first one, but like the other brothers, so like the one I kept masquerading as,
Yeah,
which was funny.
First
Yeah, first while.
fucking iconic. Sorry,
I want a t-shirt, a sticker. Maybe. Maybe.
At the end, it's just like I come through dressed as the big guy, and the big guy comes through, and it's just me and Mortlock, just like like the Spider-Man meme, same hat.
I love it. Cool. Right. So yes, this has been Descent into Avernus. Join us in 2 weeks' time, for we will descend for the final time. Oh, okay. Please do.
How do you come up with what was on Navarre's arms? Because I didn't know that until right now.
I have notes, as I said, and I was just like, oh shit, oh yeah, I was supposed to come up with that. And as I said, I planned out everything prior to us actually playing, and the only thing I do is my last minute prep, like writing down stack blocks and kind of arranging how things doing and reacting to what you did the last session. But the actual skeleton was there, and I have like a little Navarre folder. And I was just like, quick. And it's actually a line of poetry that I wrote a long time ago.
Aw, okay.
And I was like, this, and when I was looking through, I'm not very good at poetry. And it's only good when the mood strikes me, you know, suffer for your art, etc. And I was just like, I need something fitting. Spoiler. That sounds like spoiler. And then I found this one line, and I was like, perfect, this will do.
All right then.
That's okay. It didn't call out any of your players at all. It's fine.
I mean, it's a big mood. And, like, if you looked at my Animal Crossing character, my catchphrase is, mood. But yes, we have been Goldheart Group. This has been our second to final finale season 1. Of course, we'll continue with season 3 and so on. 2, I can't count, and so on and so forth until we are done with the descent. But this has been a blast. I've been looking forward to this all week. Everything went to plan. Holy fuck. Some things didn't, but it still worked. I'm still happy. And yes, please stay tuned for the credits, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Date with Death is next week, Wednesday, on Wacky Wednesday, where I'm quite sure they will try and out-shenanigan the Descent into Avernus group. I'm expecting some smack talk now in the green room.
Okay.
And Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mace is still on hiatus. I'm hoping that we will have our session 0 this weekend. But for now, my dear herd, please stay safe out there. Please stay inside. Please wash your hands. And of course, always remember to stay in trouble and on fire. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.